a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Wizards, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. And in at center, former NCAA champion at UConn in 2005, Rookie of the Year, a strong-bodied 6'10" Emeka Okafor. Then it's Porter. Then it's Nene in the power forward. And for Portland, Lillard and Matthews pair up in the backcourt. And playing at the center position, one of the Lopez twins out of Stanford, 7-foot banger, Robin Lopez. Then there's Batum, and it's Aldridge in at the 4 spot. Shot from the inbound. Beal's shot is good. Beal's got the opening bucket of the night here for the Wizards.
They had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Well, it was an ugly start to the season for the Wizards. Tried to revamp by trading for a host of veterans, but out of the gate, times were tough as they lost their first 12. Eventually got things turned around and were more dangerous when John Wall got healthy.
Wall, that's good. The Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. And Lillard kicks to Lopez. Right through the knee for the layup. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The difference for the Wizards after Wall came back, as you said, Clark, was just day and night. They were so much more energized and seemed to relish the role of playing the spoiler for a lot of teams, Steve, down the stretch.
Yeah, they looked like a playoff team by the end of the year, and that's the challenge this season as we watch this club play it out. I mean, can they stay healthy? Can they continue that hot run that they had at the end of last year? And can that carry over into this one? Yeah, not just an everyday finish. You put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I spoke briefly with Randy Whitman. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, will see how successful they are.
And thank you for that, Doris. Wizards have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
Well, Blazers coach Terry Stotts is a branch on the tree of head coach George Karl, and that's a pretty good tree to be on. In his playing days, Karl coached Stotts in the CBA, and actually Stotts had a pretty good career in Europe.
Washington making some changes. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for Lopez. Thomas Robinson comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Mo Williams subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And I love how he goes with that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Terrell Wright's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And Maynard gets it to go. And for Terry Stotts, after his playing days, he coached as an assistant under George Karl, both in the CBA and then with the Sonics and the Bucks.
And over 2 decades of coaching experience, Kevin. This is his 6th season overall as an NBA head coach. Remember, he coached the Hawks as well as the head man. But I thought he did a nice job with Portland last season.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Williams kicks to Robinson. Goes to the reverse layup and pops it in. And the Wizards with possession. He dishes it to Booker. The feed to Ariza. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Stolen by Robinson. And now Portland on the break. Williams is running. That puts them in the lead. Matthews has got 5.
So deflating for a team. Clark coughing up the ball at one end, and then it turns into immediate points at the other end.
And it's just as much of a boost for the team getting those easy points off the steal. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Got it off in time. It's all tied in Portland. And back with the start. And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards will retain possession. Ariza kicks to Serafin. Back to Ariza. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That is his first foul of the game for the Trailblazers. Aldridge comes in for Thomas Robinson. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Now here's Serafin. Dishes it to Maynard. And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
Emeka Okafor is checked in for Washington. Just 5 to shoot, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's foul number 2 for him. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Wall attacking, and he goes big with the dunk right over LaMarcus Aldridge. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
And here are the Trailblazers now after the basket by Washington. And here we go. Washington fast break. Okafor gets the bucket.
Boy, it was a tough year for Portland, and a lot of that was because they didn't get much done in points in the paint. Not only did they not score in the paint, they gave up a lot of points in the paint as well.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, gentlemen, rumors coming out this summer that LaMarcus Aldridge was not entirely happy in Portland. It seems he'd like to play in a bigger market with a team further in its development. A tough situation for the Blazers, who really don't want to part ways with their franchise big man. Kevin, we'll see how it pans out.
Well, I wouldn't count him out just yet, Doris. Thank you. Nene, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. They get it back, and it's blocked by Batum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Lillard with the ball. Porter kicks to Okafor. The Wizards working the ball around now. And Aldridge with the block. And oh, here we go. Lopez has got it, the fast break chance. Here's Beal, and he uses the glass on the lane. Beal's got his second bucket tonight. Well, Clark, you were talking about them giving up points in close. Perhaps the biggest issue Portland faced last season. Steve, they were dead last in the NBA when it came to that category.
Yeah, near the bottom of the league in blocks as well. You just don't win in this league without good interior defense. You have to be able to clog the paint and force outside shots and keep people from scoring. It seemed like it was a layup line against the Blazers last year.
So for the Wizards, Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Okafor. Ariza comes in for Porter. And Al Harrington subbed in for Bradley Beal. Aldridge, the pass to Robinson. Moves back up. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Lillard with the block.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity they have.
Well, they need to be.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
McCollum is really a creative scorer and a combo guard. He can handle the ball. He shoots it well from the outside. He's got a nice mid-range game off the pull-up. And he's got that crossover hesitation move that allows him to create space for himself.
You know, watching him up close as I did 2 years ago, I love everything about him. He competes at a high level at the defensive end, and he's got a little bit of a nasty streak that's understated. Very competitive guy, and does everything from the guard position. He's an old-school guard. Just put him back in the backcourt, and he can play either spot for you. So I'm looking forward to watching him do his thing in the NBA.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Lillard outside. Fires for three. The shot is off. Here's Booker. Inside. Stolen by McCollum. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Aldridge dishes to Robinson.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And the first.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome. I'm Damon Bruce.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Losing 12 straight to start the season for the Wizards, just ominous. And through 20 games, the worst start in franchise history. But once they got back to health, they showed they could compete with anybody.
And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his first foul. And stolen by Aldridge.
Boy, his reaction time to that pass was so quick. Good work defensively.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just a tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
When you start out like the Wizards did last year, it's easy to get down on yourself and give up on the season. And you know what, Steve? They showed a lot of fight and never bowed their heads.
Got to give a lot of credit to Randy Whitman for keeping the ship afloat after that tough start. And I like the fact that they added some veteran guys a season ago that I think added to the character of this team. But it's an interesting group, no doubt.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, the Portland Trailblazers, for a team that lacked for depth and shot creators last season, it was an encouraging summer. In the draft, taking C.J. McCollum with the 10th pick, Cal Berkeley's Alan Crabb with the 31st, and then they signed Jarrell Wright and trade for Robin Lopez and Thomas Robinson. The first 3 provide outside shooting and scoring. Robinson, a promising young rebounder, and Lopez poised to claim the starting role for center. Guys, with a relatively young team looking to grow, it was a great offseason for the Blazers.
It certainly seemed like they improved this offseason. Thanks, Doris.
Well, most of all, I just love the work he puts in on the offensive glass. So many of his points come on putbacks just because of sheer hustle.
And he really is a tough guy to go up against because he throws his weight around so often and with reckless abandon. I mean, it can really wear you down physically.
You know, he's not a name that a lot of people think of when you listen to, the top post defenders in the NBA, but I believe LaMarcus Aldridge is one of the most underrated post defenders in the NBA because of that length and quickness.
Nene into the lane. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. For the Wizards, Serafin comes in for Emeka Okafor, and it's Trevor Booker in for Nene. Here's Beal. He's got 6 on the inbound, and he sinks the layup. Beal's got 8. Getting back to Aldridge, he doesn't block a ton of shots, Clark, or get a terribly high amount of steals, but he makes things very difficult on whoever he's going.
Yeah, his numbers don't indicate how valuable he is defensively in terms of blocked shots. What he does, though, as you said, Kevin, is challenge shots. And he never gives up easy baskets to the guy he's guarding. He's a pretty good help defender as well.
And it's good. And the Wizards lead by 2.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Jarrell Wright's checked in for the Trailblazers. The team attacking. Wright with it. Picked up by Nene, and he misses his first shot of the game.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
And the shot is good. 9 points for John Wall.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started, and a better job finishing it off.
Got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Jarrell Wright. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Matthews with the steal.
Well, the first half, he was flawless when it came to handling the ball, but that has not been the case here since halftime.
And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And that one off the back of the rim and in. And 11 points for John Wall.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. The Wizards have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Now, the numbers last year for them at the line, not great. Just 73% free throw shooting as a team.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Off target with that shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Guys, they've done a nice job of drawing countless fouls in this game, and as a result, they've gotten a ton of points at the line.
And one other thing I would add is the mid-range game has been really impressive. I mean, they're showing great touch on some of those 15, 17-footers.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
Wizards making a switch here. Beal's checked in. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And Webster kicks to Booker. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line. And he can't get the first one. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. He hits the second from the line.
You know, they've really improved at the line from the first half. Things have gotten a lot better. They've gotten there a good number of times, and they've converted a high percentage of it.
Makes it off the glass.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. I mean, defensively, the wind has just been knocked out of their sails.
Need to get more bodies committed down low.
And the foul called on Myers Leonard. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Nene, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. And John Wall subbed in for Eric Maynard. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for Robin Lopez. Free throw good, Beal. Now here is Aldridge. Up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
And Portland making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And so Wall nails both of them.
Now, he's definitely the guy they want at the line in this situation. He loves these kinds of moments.
Lillard, the pass to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
And Beal kicks to Serafin. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Emeka Okafor, he's checked in for Washington. Porter comes in for Martell Webster. And Wall, here we go now. And that one's good. Wall's got 10 points here in the second half.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Aldridge uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nicely done. They just continue to dominate inside. That's 10 points in a row in the lane.
It's now purely here it comes. See if you can stop it.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
Robin Lopez is checked in for the Trailblazers. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he misses the the second one as well, so he was 0 for 2 that time. Lillard attacking, and that's a foul. Called on Bradley Beal. That's his first foul. Martell Webster, he's checked in for the Wizards. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. And Matthews bears it down.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
So those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Here's Wall. The finger roll finish at the bucket. Wall's got 12 points here in the second half.
He had his choice of finishing moves there, and you just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Okafor, defended by Lillard. And the basket good. And it's 6 points for Emeka Okafor.
You know, the instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed, that's perfection to me. The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Gets it to go. Now it's a 7-point Washington lead.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
He slipped into quite a funk here, Clark.
I think that's a good word to describe it. I mean, the basket is looking awfully small to him at the moment.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Wizards lead by 9.
Well, this is going to seal the deal. They really exploded here to the finish line.
You know, once they sniffed out that blood in the water, the killer instinct came right out. The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark, wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. We shifted the brain into neutral.
Yes, he did.
That was embarrassing.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
It's stolen by Wall. Here's Webster, the pass to Wall, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. And so he hits both. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 11. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they can call timeouts all they want, but it's not going to do a whole lot of good at this point.
Yeah, this one's about done. The writing's on the wall. There's nothing they can do to change this one.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. And out of bounds as the Wizards gain possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
12 seconds left in the fourth. Passes it to Webster. Feeds it to Porter. It's Beal on the wing. Porter dishes the Wall. The 3 off the mark. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just did one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching.